When you receive a question about taper cutting, you will see it will look something like this. It will say figure 5.2 below shows a diagram of a taper with an included angle of 11 degrees, which should be machined between two centers. As you can see, there's a center point over there and a center point over there that's indicated. So the 11 degrees that's shown here, that will be the degrees after the workpiece has been cut. So that means if you want to set your machine on the compound slide, you would set it on half of that. So that will be on 5.5 degrees, and then it will cut 11 degrees, and your workpiece will be at 11 degrees. So that's why the formula is always theta over 2, tan theta over 2, because this is the angle of your compound slide, what you set the machine at. Okay, so in this case, they want you to calculate the following: 5.2.1, the length of the taper, and then 5.2.2, the set over of the tailstock required to cut the taper. So my first thing that I would do, or show my learners, is that you must first make a list of what is given to you in the sketch. So as you can see, there's a L over there, so that is the length, and it's indicated from the one side of the taper to the other side of the taper. So that will be my taper length. And also in this case, it will be the length between the two centers, because the workpiece is only the taper. So that's why it will be both the total length between the centers as well as the length of the taper. Okay, but there's no information over there, so we just put a question mark. Then they gave you 11 degrees. So the symbol that you use for there will be your theta, is 11 degrees. Then you have a small diameter. As you can see, there's a small diameter and a large diameter. The small one is the 45 millimeters. It's always millimeters, even if they don't show it on the sketch. And then your large diameter, which will be a capital D, is 65 millimeters. Okay, so from your list, I want you to go to the formula sheet. Now remember, we're working with taper, so you have to use that as your heading that you're going to be looking for. So if you go to the formula sheet, you see there's different headings. So we are looking for taper or taper cutting, anything in that line. Okay, go down, that's keyways, dovetails. There you go. You see over there is tapers. Now, if you look at what they've given you in the list, they don't give us the length, but they've given you the theta, they've given you a small diameter, and they've given you a large diameter. So, if you look over here, we're looking for something that has the L, we're looking for something that has both diameters, and we're looking for something that has the theta. So that will be the first formula. The reason why I'm not using the second formula is because they did not give us anything about the tailstock set over. They did not give us a distance for the tailstock set over in the question. So you won't be able to do this one because you'll have two unknown values then in this formula over there. Okay, so we have to use this formula. You just copy it down. So you'll say question 5.2.1. Tan theta over 2 equals to large diameter minus small diameter over 2 times the length. Okay, so that's your formula. Now I'm just going to go and replace my values that they've given to me. Let's start with this over there. That's my theta. So my theta is 11 degrees. So then I'm going to say, you just copy that down, 11 over 2. Remember, this stays the same, this stays the same. Those are given values in the formula, so you can't change anything or add in anything there. So you're just going to replace the theta where the symbol is with the theta value. Equals to, then we've got the large diameter over there, and they've given it to you as 65. So you're going to put in here 65 minus, then you need the small diameter over there, and the value for that is 45. And then you have 2 times L. L is unknown, we don't have any value for that, so that's why I'm just copying the L as it is down over there. So my suggestion will be to start with the easy math type of things. So 11 over 2 is an easy math type of question. So you can go say 11 over 2, or 11 divided by 2 gives me 5,5. So start with that. Do not throw the tan away. You still write it down, and then you just do that part, so it's a smaller number to work with, or easier to work with. Equals 65 minus 45. So you must go type that in your calculator, and that will give you 20. And then you say over 2 times L, because there's nothing that you can change over there. Okay, so I've got a shortcut method that I teach my learners on what to do next. But before I show you the shortcut method, I want to show you what is the long method of getting to the same answer. Okay, so usually what you would do